Thank you, Todd. Good afternoon to everybody. Good night for Spain people. I mean, European people. That's. I'm DiegolazoR4. I like this game a lot. I've been practicing this game since the last year because I have a tournament in Portuguese, and then I'm now doing a Spanish tournament. So I love this game, practicing, and I have a lot of support from the people. Okay, Assassin is with me in commentary. Hey, Assassin.
Hello, hello. So, yeah, as Todd said, just play RNG and see if the bosses here respect us today. Good luck.
I don't have a fluent English to speak, so Assassin is going to help me a lot with the commentary. So, with that I said, I hope that you like the run below. Assassin, you can help me with the countdown, please?
Of course. So, we are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so
yep.
This is Kirby's Dream Land. This is the very first Kirby game for the original Game Boy. Well, first of all, we are going to do some damage boosting across the first stage. It's pretty notorious. Some of these screens just spam enemies at us like at no end. So damage boosting through these first screens is pretty important. Good RNG from the Poppy Bro there. Bosses and mini bosses are most of them are quite prone to losing time due to RNG. The patterns of the rest of the enemies, of the minor enemies, are mostly fixed. So it's just the boss RNG that's important. We just saw the Diegolazo damage boost through a lot of stuff in the last screen. But yeah, the first mini boss, the Poppy Bro, can just hop across the screen instead of chucking bombs. You should realize there are no abilities in this Kirby game. Kirby can just absorb and spit out projectiles here. And we are already on our way to our first boss.
That's a good pattern. Normal pattern from this Wispy Woods. Okay, we're now in Castle Lololo. That's only movement in this map. So it's okay. Yeah. We don't have special powers. From you can watch later in other games. So you can only improve with good movement in this game.
So yeah, it's quite different to other Kirby games in that respect. Here's an important piece of tech. We are doing what we call the core kill or the core strat. We want to eat that piece of curry, so there are certain items that are one-use abilities or abilities that you have for a certain period of time. If you eat curry, you can spit fire for a little while here.
And
yeah, it's fine. So we want to eat that piece of curry and then rush through the end of the level to carry that curry still active to the boss and try to kill one of the either Lololo or La here to save a little bit of time. We almost pulled it off, but we got 2 solid hits.
Okay, we are now in Flood Island. In this island, we need to try to don't fly a lot in this game because it's a little slower than just walking or try to jump in the water like this.
Yeah, that's actually true for a lot of Kirby games. So, of course, Kirby can fly infinitely. It's one of the one of his signature abilities, but it's generally slow. This game is no exception.
In this scenario, appears a lot of enemies like Waddle-Doos who can do a lot of lag in this game. So
Yeah,
that's a little bad
yeah.
for the game. Sorry.
Yeah. Enemies in general, especially Waddle-Doos, which are these little guys that shoot beams, and those just add sprites on screen. Just this game just spams enemies and projectiles at times, and the Game Boy can barely handle them. It's even worse in hard mode. This game has a hard mode, actually. Because normal mode, it's not that hard of a game, that difficult of a game, at least casually. But hard mode just increases the amount of enemies on screen, just changes their patterns, increases the amount of damage received.
Oof.
By the way, that was a boss, so nicely done. That was kind of one of the more unique bosses in the game, which we fight in kind of a shoot 'em up style stage. What we want to do there is get up as close as possible to the boss in order to get projectiles more quickly on screen.
That was really risky because I only have 2 HP. The normal thing to be sure is get at least 4 HP for that boss. But I got a good pattern. Okay, try to kill these Waddle-Doos because they generate lag. Okay, we are fine.
A nice movement through these first 2 screens. This is the most technical stage in the game, at least platforming-wise.
Yeah, these enemies have a lot of circular moves, so for the casual gamers, you can receive a lot of damage in this stage.
Here we have Krakow Jr. This is the only boss with a fixed pattern, actually. There's no randomness in how this boss behaves. Unlike his older brother, or father, I guess. It's Junior and Senior.
Okay, good. Going to try to get all. Okay, I got the visual glitch.
This doesn't really affect the run at all, but it's fun to see, I guess. You can get behind the background there. Yes, really, this game does not have really any important glitches to exploit.
This game has a manipulation, but it's a little hard because you need to do that manipulation around all the game. So if you commit a mistake, hardly you can do it. And then there is another glitch in final boss, but I don't know how to do that glitch, so we don't gonna mention it later.
Right, this is the Krakow fight. Krakow can do a number of things. Most of them waste time, like we are seeing here. The Krakow can dance around the screen, can shoot its beams, and the only way to damage it is speeding out the enemies that he releases from time to time. So this is one of the we would say drunk killers, I guess. One of the places where you can lose the most time to RNG. The other place is when you refight the same guy like in 2 minutes.
That was a very bad pattern from Krakow. But you can do it. You cannot do it anything for that do it that boss faster. Okay,
Just like that, we are in the last stage.
Yep.
So we are going to be refighting all the bosses. We have one screen to get through. We have to touch the dancing Kirby at the end of each stage to get us to access the boss. If we touch the spiked enemy that is blocking the door, that is an instant kill. So we don't want to do that.
Good pattern.
Unless...
That's a goal.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
Okay. Oh, I don't get the strat for access to the door quickly.
We can damage boost through an enemy in that screen in order to skip the spiked enemy there.
If you don't avoid that enemy and you get damage, it's an insta kill. Come on, Krakow.
Right, so this looks better than last time.
Yep. Definitely. Good pattern. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely. It's compensating there a little bit.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, my PV has a good to Krakows.
I mean, it kinda... At this point, you kinda need to have good pattern Krakows in order to PB if you've been running the game for a while. And DDD. DDD is just another story entirely. We'll get there when we get there.
Not the best pattern for this Kabula, but it's okay, I think. I have good HP to finish this game. Because you can receive a lot of damage from Kabula. If you you want to finish this boss quickly. Okay, Whisper Woods is the same boss. Hardly you can receive damage from this boss.
Alright, that's typical Wispy Woods pattern.
Okay.
We are here in the final fight, so just 10 hits away from finishing the game. Again, just kind of like Krakow, there are some attacks that we want DDD to pull off. We want him to jump, just to be able to speed up the stars at him back. We don't want it to do that.
That confused me a lot, that animation.
Yeah, it can be kind of hard to read sometimes. Oh, Jesus. That's fast startup. In Smash Bros, he's not that good.
Oh no! Oh! I died.
Right, that's fine. So, luckily the game just saves. You can get right into the fight again.
It was also a bad pattern. I mean, not pattern if you know how to do double hit. Because you do double hit if you jump a lot, like in this pattern. Like,
You basically want him to swing his hammer a lot.
stop absorbing, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I try to be close to DDD and then come into 3 to defeat this, to receive the hammer closely. Okay, I think this is GG in the last hit to DDD.
That's it. Nice run.
I mean, yes, it's a good run. It's like the average. if I don't get the death, maybe it can be 12 love. What is the word? 12 low.
12, low 12.
I don't know why I just only say that. It's a little complicated for me to try to speak in English, so I'm a little grateful to Asasas to stay with me in this commentary.
No problem. Thank you for having me. That's always a pleasure. And if I'm not mistaken, the Kirby block is not quite over yet, because our good friend Geo is going to hop in and run a bit more modern Kirby game. I heard there's abilities in the game Geo's running. It has to be modern, right? Like at least 1991. But yeah, I believe it's Planet Robobot coming up next.
Okay.
So
thanks for the GGs in the chat. I appreciate that a lot.
And Diego, thank you for giving us that speed run. Asazos? Man, I already forgot. Asazos. Thank you. Thank you for assisting with the commentary. We appreciate y'all.